Hello. This has to be short. Um, no, no, there was somebody here. Say, I want to at least talk to one person. I hope my microphone is working because I did not test it beforehand. Um, I was running sort of behind, and so I wanted to talk about two things. One thing is I'm really, really, really tired. I don't know if you can tell, but I have like bags under my eyes because I just have not had a good night's sleep for the past 4 days. I mean, I've had it worse, but it just gets to be, I don't know. I don't know if it was always something. And it's just like so annoying how you have to have everything in place so you can sleep because you have bipolar disorder. And so I get really irritated with that fact. And if one like I like one night it was, well, I thought March is here. I don't need the heating blanket anymore. Took that off, put spring type stuff on my bed, linens and a lighter blanket and and then my comforter, and I went to bed and I didn't sleep well. So I'm like, okay, well I guess I need that. Maybe I need that heating blanket to sleep. So okay, put that back on. And then the next night it was, you know, I tried to, I'm annoyed because I tried to tell my mom that she keeps putting one of our dogs upstairs and they bark early in the morning to go out. And so I have to get up. But I was having to get up anyway because I'm on that new medication for my tremor and I take it in the morning and I wanted to take it earlier, and so I wasn't drowsy all day, but it doesn't make me drowsy. But I was trying to get up like at a time where I could have more daytime to do stuff and get stuff done. And I always woke up, I set an alarm that you have to walk so many steps before it stops alarming. And by then I was just like, well, I'm up. And I think that was a mistake. I think for my sanity, I just cannot mess with not only what time I go to bed, but what time I wake up. Apparently, and then like the third night I grind my teeth at night, and I mean I don't know what I was doing, but I know that the whole night I wear something to protect my teeth, but you can still feel the tension and the pain, and it feels like, I'm like, I don't feel like I slept because I was active all night with my jaw. And so it just was like one thing after another every day, and I am bound and determined to get proper rest tonight. You know, I would drink my coffee and get a little energy and I'd be okay for the day, but and come evening, like around 6 or 7, I would start to droop. I'm like, I just can't do that. I just can't be anything like a morning person at all. I mean, I was setting the alarm for 10:30. That should be a reasonable time for somebody to get up and start the day. Um, but it just didn't. It's like putting on clothes that don't fit. There's nothing you can do about it. you know, I have to put on the clothes that fit me, which means not getting up till 11:30 or sometimes noon, and I hate that because I lose so much time. But I have incentive to go with my natural circadian rhythm because this morning early I was like 8:30 in the morning. I was woken up, unfortunately. And so I excuse me. So I was laying in bed this morning and I'm tired. I don't feel like I slept right. I feel like I sleep lightly. I'm not getting any deep sleep, even though this gadget right here tells me I'm getting 8 hours of good sleep. Oh, my body's telling me different. And I was laying there just praying to go back to sleep because I didn't want to get up at 8:30. It would be such a long drawn out day because I would have been so tired. I was just praying to go back to sleep. And um and I this is very scary. I was laying there and I heard in my head, it came from the very back of my head, like inside my head, a woman's voice say my name. Not loudly, but not like a yell or anything, just very clearly and loud, like to wake me up. I don't know, but it freaked me out because I'm like, it was very clear, female voice. And I was like, uh-oh. um, so I am determined to get some sleep tonight. That is, I just feel like something's missing or something has messed. Maybe it's the medication I'm taking for the tremor. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna see how things go tonight with my sleep, and no dogs are allowed upstairs. No alarms are allowed to go off. And hopefully I will wake up and feel better and not be as concerned that I'm hearing very clear. Now, I know that auditory hallucinations, from what I have known and myself, and from what I've read and stuff, you're hearing them from outside of you. So, and I know because I've had it, this was very different. So this was a voice in my head. So I don't know if I was somewhere between wake, being awake and being asleep. And you can have like those dreams where you just like jerk awake. So I'm wondering if that was it. So, but you know, I hear on TV people say, "Oh, the voice is in my head." So I'm like, "There's a voice in my head." So I'd be interested in doing the research on auditory hallucinations, and do they exclusively exist externally or internally, or can they be either? Anyway, I just I I don't feel well, and I also have to consider um my sister died traumatically, and and then all of a sudden I had all this pressure um to I had all this pressure where a family were wanting to be in contact with me and talk, and I understood why, but I felt like I was, like I have so many different sides of family. I have so many like branches of family. They were all, I just felt like people were pulling on me to get something from me, and it was a lot. Um, and I, and like my oldest brother that I really am not in contact with, and he's I don't know, he's always been in trouble, but it's just been hard. And he's like, "Yeah, we need to keep in touch every week." And I'm just like, and then my dad called me about his dogs, and then and different family members about my sister, and and I'm living with my mom, and I'm just like, I need people to not need me. um I I I mean, and then I feel upset when someone doesn't call me back, but it was too much. It was just too much because I was like everyone, but with anxiety and bipolar, trying to figure out the ins and outs of why two good people die horrific deaths. And, you know, and I understand that other people are going through their things, and um and part of that is needing to talk to me. And I swear I just want to close up and hide from everybody. Um and you know, people don't take in, maybe they don't know, but um they don't take into consideration the fact that you have bipolar disorder, and then these things happen, horrible things happen in life, and you not only have to navigate that thing like everybody else, but you have to doubly take care of yourself and, stay on your schedule, and um and just be very aware and take care of yourself, because it could turn into what my doctor describes as a mood enhancing event, which is, the event doesn't cause the mania or depression, but you may be on the cusp of one or the other, or having a hint of one or the other, and then a major event comes and it just pushes it in there. And I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to see how things go for my sleep. And this weekend, I may, you know, opt to try not taking the medicine anymore for my tremor. Maybe that's um, causing problems. Um, but I really don't want to hear anymore. I don't want there to be any more voices or dreams or whatever it was. I didn't like that. I don't really feel like my mood is in any is up or down. I just feel tired. I don't feel sad or depressed. I have the desire to do things. I'm just tired. I was put on thyroid medication recently as well. Maybe that's like, I don't know. I was getting older and my body's changing. Lithium can make your thyroid level low over if you take it for a long time. Anyway, so I'm just not having a good time at this moment. Um, you know, I people people can be very cavalier like, um and they don't understand how little things can bother you. Um and it just makes and I try really hard and go out of my comfort zone, to be more in my family, but I just end up feeling overwhelmed and disappointed that they are not considering or taking into consideration the fact that things are different for me. So I don't I don't I don't like to cry online, but you know what? I don't cry outside of this. Very rarely. Very, very rarely. Major things. And and so I cried. I just my brother Austin committed suicide when he was 15. My brother Justin died from alcoholism when he was 44. It was a few years ago. And now this sister and a sister that I never met died from alcoholism. And like, we're being picked off like flies. I'm shocked that my oldest brother is still with us, but I would like some answers to questions like, these were good people. Why? I mean, I'm not doing anything. I don't have kids. I don't have a spouse. Take me out. And I'm not saying that is not suicidal talk. I'm just talking about the things I think, you know. I don't know what else to say. I hide how hard it is. I'm in here in a closet full of fabric, no tissue, and my nose is about to run down my face. Yeah, I hide how hard it is because, well, people don't want to know. They want to think you're doing great. I've been doing that for many years. Because people, if you try to talk about, well, I know everybody's feeling bad about this, but I have this added layer. So I'm having to do certain things that may seem like I don't care, like hiding out for a while by myself or something, and people expect you to just be able to put your bipolar disorder aside and behave like everybody else in a grieving way, and you're like, I can't. I have to take care of this grief my way. In a way that takes into consideration that I have this disorder, and it may, or even a good time, like a big happy event with lots of people, it's overwhelming. And people get all angry when you're like in a room by yourself for a little bit to take a breather. Like, I've felt that way when I go out to Michigan sometimes. I don't think they have any idea what it is. And I'm sorry for using my sleeve, but I have no choice. I just want a good night's sleep, and everything will feel better. So I said that I was gonna make this short. I have I'm gonna go off topic now so I can stop crying. I have a video that I'm going to be putting up, and it is more just to test what it would look like if I used my phone camera for a later project. So it's like a house tour, but it's just, a tour of my living space. So it's going to be really boring. But if you're interested, you can watch it. I have another video getting ready for it's going to be about the bipolar beginner's kit. It's going to actually be a backpack with items in it that people who are just diagnosed should know about, so they don't have to learn about things they need on down the line on their own. So it's going to be like a beginner's kit, kind of a fun, lighthearted video. I'm doing those to use because they don't take as much time to research the videos about the history of bipolar and people with bipolar. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to go do my bed routine. Wish me luck on a good night's sleep and no voices. Okay, good night.